Good morning. And I say that because it's 1:28 in the morning. And this is Lady Blue on the Relationship Hour. Now, so far, my messages have been sporadically with no focus, just getting used to being in front of the camera so that when it's booming and it's blasting, you can go back and look at those ones that got me there and laugh because they was funny. Now I came here tonight because I got some heavy shit on my mind. And this video is not for children, but it's for all grown folks dealing with relationships, especially women. Because as women, when we have children, we have to protect them. So when we're dating people, we have to be careful about who we're dating, who we have around our kids, and all that. So I started dating a young man and I was really digging him and I was digging him. But I don't think my kids was because it was taking the time they were used to having away because now I'm not available. I got something else to do. I got something else to focus on. I got somebody else to talk to. I got somebody that's all about me. So I think. So some things go down and they're unexplainable. Everything was cool until my dude checked my daughter's dude on some shit he did wrong. Now all of a sudden, he doing something wrong, and what he did was so much uglier than what they accused my dude of doing was so much uglier than what my daughter's dude had done. But not necessarily because he did that too. He just did it with somebody else and in a different way. And that was all okay and accepted and all this and that. So I ain't been talking about it. I ain't been putting it out there because I feel some kind of way because this is somebody I trusted, somebody I believed in that was my friend. And now y'all telling me he ain't shit, he ain't this, he all that. Now, all the other dudes I dated, or not even dated, but dealt with, that really wasn't shit, really needed to be watched, this and that. Y'all not say nothing. Because they were nothing in my life. They wasn't around. Here's somebody that showed up that y'all don't know nothing about, but I know it. And now he part of my life, and I'm trying to we trying to make things, we trying to see. And all of a sudden, now it's a problem. And y'all wonder where my issue is. I trust this man. I care about this man. So now I'm in a position where I gotta wonder for a variety of different reasons. I finally know where that crazy broad at that's wondering if this man is telling her the truth and telling her that now I see what shoes she walking in. Don't say what you won't do or what you don't this and that until you walk a mile in them shoes. Now I had an opportunity because I ain't tell everybody and I ain't put it out there because I was digging this dude. So when this shit happened, I ain't say nothing. I'm like, they're like, where you at? I'm like, we going through some stuff. Some shit happened, whatever. I'm not talking about it because I'm not finna put this bad holler out and I ain't got no real proof. I'm not putting this bad holler out because I'm still feeling some kind of way because I'm digging this dude for a variety of different reasons. Reasons. He good to me. We have a ball, but I ain't seen all the stories. I know all the tales. I've been in the social service field for years. I've dealt with behavior children, abused, misused, mistreated children. So I'm looking at behaviors, I'm listening to what's what. So regardless, whether I believe you or not, I got to protect my baby. You got to go. You can't be here. You can't spend that kind of time over here. But I'm still torn because I don't want to believe it. Now, see, that's where my issue is. I don't want to believe it. So now I got to go between what I want and what I see and what's factual and what's possible and this and that. So I had to talk to somebody else. And it took me a long time to talk to somebody else, anybody else about it, because I felt some kind of way. And I told him the whole scenario, told him everything that was going on that I will not share because I don't put my dirty laundry out on the internet because you can't never get it back. So I ain't putting no bad holler out on nobody. I'm not saying nothing about nothing or nobody. I'm gonna just tell you this scenario. So we talking about it. I tell my people that I really trust. This is what's what and this is what's going on. And I ain't saying nothing to nobody but them and I gotta say something. So I tell her. And she was like, oh, that's some bullshit. I gave her the whole rundown, all the bits and pieces this way, because I gave it to her in bits and pieces how I got it. I heard this, heard that, heard this. Everybody trying to make their self sound better to me so I won't deal with the other person or I'll be more this way or that way. No, I'm just listening. I don't have an opinion. My feelings is hurt. I'm caught up all in the middle. So now, no, I'm not saying nothing to you. I'm not saying nothing to you. I'm listening to what everybody got to say. This just don't read for his character. No way, no how. He like, didn't nobody want me there but you. And then when I jumped on this nigga's ass about something, now all of a sudden, and it is ironic that the day he jumped on this nigga's ass about some shit he did wrong, all of a sudden later on that day, and all this other shit jump off. That's a true statement. So see, this is what I'm saying. While this group is over here trying to tell me this, and he over here by himself. I told him to come talk to me when it happened so I could look him in his face. But his feelings were so hurt, he didn't want to talk about it. I can't. You at work, I'm not. Whatever the case may be. Okay. But he's still calling me. And he's not being over aggressively. He calling me the same way he was. But he had to call me a whole nother route. Because my people told him, I'm asleep. I'm upstairs. The shit brand new. I'm trying to contemplate what's going on. I'm not talking to nobody. My people texted him. They all going through some shit I'm none the wiser of. Because ain't nobody coming to me with that crap because I'm an OG. I'm not trying to hear none of that. I'm not taking your side or your side. I need both sides because there's three sides to the truth: yours, the other person's, and the truth. And if you're a biased person, you're going to listen to this one, you're going to listen to that one, and then you're going to figure out between the two stories what you heard where the truth may lie. Now, it's still going to be some question about where that truth is. But that's up to you to figure out. I'm figuring it out. I'm mad as hell because this dude was fair game. He ain't had no other woman. He had some other bitches, bullshit, friends, whatever. But it wasn't nobody that was calling. Where you at? How come you ain't home? Ain't nobody trying to call me. They calling him. I can hear the conversations. Where you at? How come you ain't I'm asleep, I'll call you back. I'll call you when whatever. And I don't even know who he talking to, so I don't know if that was some breezy trying to holler at him or just his aunt, his cousin, whatever. I don't know nothing because see, I don't ask them kind of questions. Because if I can't trust you, I don't want to be with you. That's ultimate in a relationship. So now, do I trust you? Do I trust them? Who lying to me and who not? What's going on? I don't know. So I got to read between the lines, and that's not the easiest thing when you got the mindset like me because I'm like this. Life is too short. So I'm living it to enjoy it. And if I enjoy being with this person, why would you hate on that? Because me being with them stops me from doing stuff from you for you, and I'm not available. I got something to do. I got somebody else to be with. I got some time to spend with somebody else. It ain't just me sitting around at your beck and call. And I'm gonna have to pause and holler at y'all back for a minute. And cause I'm gonna have to holler back. I'll be back, I promise you, in about 2.2 seconds. They don't let you pause on live. You gotta do what you gotta do. Now, let me go in. Not yet. Oh, not yet. Not yet. Okay, that was the pause button. I had to pause for a minute. Here's where I'm at with it. A lot of people call and talk to me about their relationships, whether it's with their mother, their kids, their significant other, the boss, whatever. Because normally, when you call me, long as my emotions are not involved, I got a calm situation to talk to you about. My emotions. And I warn everybody, don't poke the bear. Lady Blue is my name. Well, my childhood name was Winnie the Pooh. And anybody that know me know, don't poke the Pooh Bear. Don't poke me. I'm so calm, I'm so cool, but when you get underneath my skin and you challenge and poke me, that's when you get your problems from me. I got a little young fella I deal with that we talk about stuff. Matter of fact, I just talked to a young fella today. He ain't mine. He mine because I beat you up about him because he my nephew. But he ain't mine. This nigga is fine as wine and built like a brick shit house. Now I ain't seen him in a minute. We ain't had no real intellectual conversations in a minute. Cause we do have those. And I had to remind him of that. See how I change subjects? I need you to just keep up. So you can understand why everything go the way it go. So I'm talking to him, and we just talking. He bringing Icy in, My people's father just died the other day. So I'm over there with the family because I'm family, but I ain't blood. But everybody that walked through that door knew who I was. So me and him talking. And we was talking in general, and he did something, and I looked up and I said, "Ooh, wait, you built like a brick shit house. Oh my God, you're gorgeous." He's chocolate. He's handsome, well groomed, well educated, well paid. I ain't gonna tell you his name, but he a fucking engineer. He make good money. One woman man, he don't fuck around with a bunch of breezies. He don't even talk like that. If you that type of broad and you real, you and outgrew that, you used to be that and you and outgrew it, you can listen to him. He talk like a L7, straight square. Cause he's so respectful, so everything he looks how you want your thug to be. He built, he cocky, he's gorgeous. But he educated and he's polite. He's a gentleman. So that changes it. He ain't no thug by far. But he ain't no dumb nigga because his brother's a thug. His other brother's a thug. And his sister she ain't shit to fuck with. She ready to fight too on demand. So with that being said, he's chosen to be the better man. So I'm listening to him, we talking, we going through the motions. I'm telling you, he's a mama's boy. He take care of his mom. And that's what you're supposed to do to a certain degree. But just like it comes a time when a parent have to cut their child off, it's sometimes a child gotta realize you is not your mama's man or your mama's woman. You not they mate. You is not supposed to be doing all the things you doing and putting your life on hold for your parent. Now I can say that because I got a son and a daughter. And every night when I got to go to work and I ain't got no ride, I call my son, who doesn't have a car anymore, but he got friends. Son, I need a ride to work. He got two people he can call. No, he got one person. He got one person. It's his female best friend. She coming to get me no matter what. If she can, she coming. She don't charge me gas money. She'll run me all around the city of Cleveland. She coming. Now his friend that's a dude, that nigga want gas money because he got bitches he chasing and shit he got to do. But his female best friend, she ain't going through all that. She got one woman, she got a job, she still stay at home with her mama. Her shit secure. When mommy need a ride, she come. And I love her for that. Now I say all that to say when you dealing with relationships, you have to be real careful. Because there's people that know your inside you, that know the things that make you cancel somebody out, and they'll use that against you. Or use that in their favor. Not even against you, because they not trying to go against you, but they trying to make things in their favor. In their favor. I was pretty damn happy for these little couple weeks this dude been around. Like genuinely smiling, laughing, giggling. Everything was okay. It was working until this bullshit happened. Now you still laid up. Everybody else still comfortable. Now I'm back to being, and not even back to being because I wasn't uncomfortable before he came. But when he started coming around and he was trying to put some space in between there and he wasn't coming over because he didn't want to outwear his welcome, I'm like, where you at? I'm looking for you to be here for me. And you're respecting everybody else's feelings and thoughts but mine. And I'm like, fuck them at this point. Now it's ironic that all of this happened at the time when I'm breaking loose. I'm breaking loose. Don't nobody believe me when I say I'm finna move and I'm not taking my kids with me. I'm not even getting a place big enough for them to come stay if they need to. If they issues run the wrong way, they can come spend a night or two. Wait, that might be the wrong way. It's untwisted. I ain't keep it in there tight enough because I had to go to the doctor that day, trying to keep my stuff together. Okay, but my happiness is now in jeopardy. Everybody else doing their thing, they cool. Y'all done ran my happiness away. I was content. If things had a pandered out between me and him the way I wanted to, that would have been my husband. When nobody else had a chance, he had everything I was looking for. He made me laugh. He goofy as hell. I like to be around him, and he make me feel good as a person. So you mean to tell me somebody to do all this for me would betray me and do something wrong? I don't let people in like that. I don't. And I let him in. And my biggest fear is, what if he played on my weakness just like they played on my... I don't know who to trust at this point but myself. So with trusting myself, I'm going to continue to do what I was doing before he came, while he was there, and while he gone. I'm going to work. I'm doing my podcasts. I'm doing my live videos. I haven't even put out here that I got a YouTube channel for people to even be listening to the Relationship Hour yet, because this is not my official first podcast for the Relationship Hour. This is all my setup. So I know how to work everything. So I know how to use the studio. I got to learn how to make sure I can plug up all my cameras and everything one step at a time. Y'all know I got my mood music in my ear. You know that. So while I'm talking to you, I'm listening to Earl James ask for permission. And anybody that know me, no, that's one of my favorite songs. Ha ha. With your permission, what will I do? I'm gonna spend a little I'm gonna spend a little time getting to know you. He say sipping on and doing this. Nah, baby, I'm gonna need... You wanna be here? I want you here. We on the same page. Let's work this out. Let's talk about it. And that's what we were doing. We was talking. He was not my boyfriend. He was my friend. We hadn't even officially said we were dating before my kids made the shit go sour. Because they know I don't play that. My kids come first. Ah, but now, what don't nobody know is I'm in the process of transitioning away from my children. Y'all grown. Y'all don't need me. Y'all don't want to follow my rules. Y'all don't want to follow my advice. Y'all want to do what y'all want to do. Okay, fine. You grown. Well, when I was growing up and I was smelling myself, thinking I was what I was, my mother and my father, who did not stay together, both told me the same thing. A grown person is out on their own, paying their own bills, going through their own struggles, doing what they need to do. I made grown status because I ain't in my mama house. I ain't in my daddy house. I'm not even in a family house no more. I'm in my own spot that I gave my kids room to grow and learn how to pay bills. Because I'm spoiled. I was an only child. I stayed with my mother till I was 25. I didn't know nothing about no bills, no nothing, because she took care of everything. When I lived with my mother, I didn't have to do nothing but follow her rules. And that was keep her house clean, make sure her trash cans get to the end of the yard, and cut the grass. See, I don't have them girl and boy rules like other people do. I was the only child. I was the girl and the boy. I cut the grass, I shoveled the driveway, I washed the dishes, I washed the clothes, I cleaned up the house. My mother taught me how to do it all. Cause I ain't have no brother to take the trash out. Who take the trash out? She wasn't gonna do it. She was paying all the bills. Who washed the dishes? She only washed them when she cooked, not to make a big mess for me. Because she cooking, the kitchen was clean when she started because she didn't allow it to be no other way. I have to blow a gasket and act a ass for them to clean my kitchen up, allowing them to do things the way they do. And my bathroom, I don't want no company over there. They won't keep it right. They lazy, they trifling, they don't want to do shit. And that's not my fault because it's not because that ain't what they were taught. My kids were taught better. But because I give them leeway, they want to be relaxed and do this and not do that. Neither one of and they got it. Honestly, my daddy lazy and so is my mama. My daddy said, he said, well, I'm lazy, so I guess my kids is too. Daddy, you made me clean up behind you. I used to get mad because I would clean up for my daddy, and my brother was living there who was 8 years younger than me. And he wasn't doing shit, but you paying me to come clean up in this raggedy motherfucker living here, and you living in this expensive ass apartment to keep him in this good ass school, and he can't clean up. Not only could he not clean up, he wouldn't even take the trash out till after I cleaned up and would leave the trash there. He wouldn't take it out. He would just walk past it. Really? And I remember saying, Daddy, if that was me, because my dad offered to take custody of me as a young girl, just like he did my brother. He didn't offer to take it for my brother. My brother's mother dropped him off on my daddy at my daddy's girlfriend house, not even at my daddy's house. My daddy was living with a woman, and she decided she didn't want to be bothered no more, so she dropped him off. My daddy had a choice to come get me. I got in trouble. I was drunk. I got drunk young. I like to drink. If you know me and you stay around long enough, you'll see sometimes I'm a little bit buttered than others. But that's my device. And that's my demon I deal with and my trials and tribulations that make me a better person. Because I know them, I accept them, I don't deny them. But neither here nor there. When I got in trouble as a young child and my daddy came and got me, I was old enough that where if he went to child support or to the courts or anything, I was old enough that they was going to ask me, who did I want to stay with? This is what I'm talking about, relationships that make them solid. My daddy came to me, he said, hey, baby, before I go down here and start any trouble, I need to know where you want to be and who you want to stay with because you old enough. And they going to ask you to choose between me and your mama. And I don't want the first time you have to make that decision to be in front of the court system. I don't want you under that pressure. Do you want to stay with me or do you want to stay with your mama? And I thought about it. And as a kid, thinking back now, my thought was, My mama. For one, I get away with more with my mama than my daddy. Cause my daddy, uh, my daddy, I wouldn't have been able to do none of the shit I did with my mama. Nothing. From having pets to company to boyfriends, all that. They was all scared of my daddy because at the time they wasn't no good. So when he say something, if they wasn't no good, they was gonna run, and I was too young to understand that then. But neither here nor there. I said, well, I don't want to leave my mama because she need me. My daddy said, okay, just know we'll never have this conversation again. No matter what you and your mama go through, no matter how this and that, I never approach you to come stay with me no more. Because I'm not going to go through this back and forth, whichever parent you feel you can get away with the most or this and that. That's not what's going to happen. You're going to stay with your mama and I'm going to be there. And that was the end of it. And it was the best opportunity and the best lesson I ever learned. Because I stayed with my mother. And I helped her through everything I thought I was supposed to be there for. But my daddy was right there, A1, day one on my team. For every choice I made, every time I failed, every time I went through anything, my daddy and my mama was there. Now my cousin, and I call her my auntie, and we called her Nana. She told me something I had never realized before as we was growing older and we was all learning how to communicate better with each other. Because she helped my mother before she passed, God rest her soul. For Nana passed, she had some real conversations with my mother that opened our relationship and made it so much better. Not just my relationship with my mother, but her relationship with other people because my mother had a little bit more understanding and a little more kindness in her heart with talking to people. But Nana told me something I had never thought about. She said, baby, regardless of your parents being in opposite homes, you were blessed because both your parents put you first. And when she said that to me, I had kids by this time. So I really had to stop and sit back and think about it. You absolutely right. Both of my parents put me first, which is why I was under the impression everybody's parents put them first and made them A1 day one. And that wasn't the situation, which is why you had so many young mothers because they looking for love in the wrong place because they wasn't getting it from home. That's why you have so many people with body issues and this and that because their parents was caught up in that shit talking stuff too. I have a beard and I have a mustache. And if you ask the right person, I'm fat and overweight. That's your opinion. My mother and my father taught me to love the beautiful person I was inside and out. My grandparents played a part in that, and so did my aunts and my uncles and my cousins that didn't allow people to talk about me behind my back. They could be talking behind my back and somebody come say something, and I'd be like, so? But my people would fight about it. To this day, all my people will fight somebody about something about me that I'm not gonna fight you about that. That's your opinion. I could give a fuck less what you think. I like who I see in the mirror. I love me. I don't wear makeup. I don't buy designer clothes. Hell, I ain't bought no clothes in years. All my shit is hand me down from somebody else that bought some shit that they couldn't fit no more or didn't want it no more or thought I would look good in it, so they gave it to me. I got 7, 8 tubs of clothes. I got my dress clothes. I got 2 dress club containers now. That's all my good shit. Then I got one full of pants, one full of t-shirts, one full of work clothes, and one full of drawers and socks. Now that's the smallest one because quiet as it's kept. I'm past draw stage. I don't wear panties no more. I only put some on because I'm trying to be cute for you to see them in. I don't need them. And I'm talking about my G strings, my thongs, whatever you want to call them. I know the difference. I got them both. I only put them on for show because men are visual. Because they fit, they comfortable. I'm out kicking and drinking. I might pee through them. Go to the bathroom and go to pull my stuff down. And because they so comfortable, if I don't catch them in the pull down, they peed on. And now I got to take them off and throw them away. And I pay good money for my drawers. So we don't want to do that. But they so comfortable, it feel like I ain't got none on. I normally don't wear none. I just put them on for show. Oh, man. But anyway, I'm here tonight because I got a lot going on. And I just need to get it off my chest. And I don't need to be talking to nobody that's going to give me their opinion. You should do this. You should do that. No, I'm just getting it off. And that's why, keep up, y'all. I jump subjects. I come back. You got to keep up. My heart is heavy. Because I got a lot going on. I'm trying to move. I'm going to have to end this right now because I'm getting a phone call. And I'll be back in a little while because these videos are all just for me to get my shit off. Hello.